I have built a randomizer with the names of 200 plus Pokemon characters up. And using this, we're going to pluck 2 names out of there, and thus, those characters will fight each other using their best possible teams. As always, the rules are in the description. Welcome back to Pokemon Master Showdown, and last time we had a battle between Gym Leader Cheron of Unova and Green of Pallet Town. Today though, we get another potentially exciting battle as the Pokemon trainer Buck takes on minor league gym leader from Galar, Avery. Buck is a trainer who specialises in Pokemon who have high defence and special defence, so those will make up our team. He has used a variety of Pokemon across all his appearances in the game as a double battle opponent and partner. There are also Pokemon in there capable of hitting hard, like Metagross and Suicune. It's all about building a defensive base. Avery is a Psychic-type trainer from Pokemon Shield's first DLC, the Isle of Armor, and relies on Pokemon like the Galarian Slowbro and Slowking, as well as the Rapidash from the same region, Swoobat and Alakazam. Given they have only ever shown to use 5 lines, there will be a mystery opponent. And now, it is time to head to Sinnoh, and it's Stat Trainer versus Psychic Specialist. It's Treasure Hunter versus Telekinetic. It's Buck versus Avery, today on Pokemon Master Showdown. We are almost underway. We are waiting for the teams. And for Buck, it's Claydol, Umbreon, Metagross, Cresselia, Dusknoir and Suicune. For Avery, Galarian Slowbro, Galarian Rapidash, Swoobat, Alakazam, Galarian Slowking and Hatterene. Buck begins with Claydol. Avery begins with Slowking. 2 opponents face each other down. What will the first move be? Who will draw first blood here? Claydol goes to the Stealth Rock and Slowking goes to the Flamethrower. It's a crit. It does a third of Claydol's health, but the recovery is made by the leftovers. An Easent opening exchange from these 2 Pokemon. Claydol goes for the Shadow Ball. It's super effective, but it doesn't do a lot as Slowking goes to the Sludge Bomb. Maybe hoping for the poison, but not a lot doing there. So, the 2 opponents are feeling each other out. Claydol goes to the Light Screen and it blocks the Ice Beam. I wonder if that kept Claydol alive there because that did massive damage. Oh dear. Claydol continues to go to the Shadow Ball. Slowking goes for another Ice Beam. Claydol is below 1/5 of its health, but it gets up to 1/4 of the recovery from the leftovers. Slowking is probably having the better of it here. Claydol is nearly down. I wonder if Buck will make a switch, but no, it's another Shadow Ball. Maybe he's hoping for the special defense drop. Ice Beam comes in. Ice Beam takes Claydol down. The first blow is dealt by Avery. Old number 26 right there. Who is Buck going to bring in to face down the Slowking? Who does he have who can take it on at its own game? We shall soon see. Maybe Metagross, maybe Cresselia, maybe Dusknoir. It is the Metagross. And it comes out. It faces Slowking. What is Buck going to do here? The Pseudo faces the Regional. Galarian Slowbro comes in, lands on the Stealth Rocks. Metagross goes to the Power-Up Punch. Didn't do a lot, but it has an attack boost. Now, what can we see? And that's an Earthquake from Metagross. That does massive damage to Slowbro. Slowbro hits the Scald. Thankfully, Metagross doesn't get it burned for Buck. Are we going to see another Earthquake? That's a switch. Swoobat comes in and avoids the Earthquake. Well, Buck will be annoyed by that. Avery will be congratulating themselves. Swoobat is hit by a Bullet Punch. It gets hit with Heat Wave in exchange. Another Bullet Punch maybe. I don't think Swoobat's outspeeding this. Swoobat continues to flap its wings as Metagross stares at it. The 2 opponents, that's a Bullet Punch. That is Swoobat down. That is all tied up now. Avery has lost one. Buck has lost one. What is Avery going to strike back with? Alakazam comes in. It lands on the Stealth Rocks, but it must be wearing heavy-duty boots. It outspeeds Metagross. It hits the Shadow Ball. Metagross crashes down. Who is Buck going to bring in to face this monster? In comes Dusknoir. Interesting switch. Alakazam is probably going to outspeed. But what does Buck have in store? That's the Shadow Sneak. That does massive damage. Shadow Ball tanked by Dusknoir. 2 massive blows from these Pokemon. In comes Galarian Slowking, lands on the Stealth Rocks, and another Shadow Sneak hits it hard. That would have ended Alakazam for sure. Another Shadow Sneak, that nearly brings Slowking down. Slowking hits Ice Beam. The Slowking has the Regenerator ability by the looks of it, so I wonder how much Avery is going to try and bring that in. Hatterene comes in, that's the Shadow Sneak. Hatterene shrugs it off. Buck won't want to be seeing that. That is the pain split. That gets some health back for Dusknoir. Masterful move, but that's the draining kiss. However, as much as Hatterene gets health back, Dusknoir has the rocky helmet, so no one to make too many more contact moves with that. That's another draining kiss. Get some health back, the health goes down. Leftovers coming into play. These two opponents are hitting each other. Any form defensives have gone out of the window as Dusknoir hits as hard as it can. That's another Slowking coming out. Lands on the stealth rocks. So, that's Slowbro coming back in. Landing on the stealth rocks. Another Shadow Sneak. Slowbro survives it. What is Avery doing other than trying to abuse his regenerator ability? That's his Shadow Sneak. It hits Rapidash hard. Rapidash. Galarian Rapidash on the field. Another Shadow Sneak. Brings it down to 3 HP. That's play rough from Rapidash. And finally the Dusknoir goes down. But thanks to the Rocky Helmet, it takes Rapidash with it. Buck has lost 3. Avery has lost 2. In comes Suicune. Stealth Rocks are hurting Slowking. Another legendary. Well, one legendary coming onto the field. We know he has another legendary in reserve. But, what can his team do against the legendary Jotoni and Suicune? That's a Shadow Ball. That's a Sludge Bomb. And Suicune is poisoned. Oh dear. Buck would not have wanted that to have happened. Another switch. In comes the Galarian Slowbro. In comes the Shadow Ball. That brings the Slowbro down. That is all tied up now. But I do not know for how much longer. Avery lost 3. Buck has lost 3. Alakazam comes back in. Who will be faster? Suicune hits extreme speed. Alakazam survives on 1. The Psychic comes in. Oh dear. Suicune survives it, but looking very, very weak. Who will strike first? Is Avery going to make another switch? Is Suicune going to land the priority extreme speed? Because I do know if it will outspeed otherwise. It does not outspeed. Psychic hits Suicune. Suicune comes down. Alakazam is the last Pokemon standing in that exchange. Buck is down to 2. Avery has 3 left. In comes Cresselia. I think Alakazam will probably outspeed. That's a Shadow Ball for a third. But Cresselia goes to the substitute. Interesting choice. Alakazam hits the Shadow Ball. That breaks the substitute. But Cresselia fires back with a Shadow Ball of its own. And that ends the Alakazam. Cresselia is getting health back from the leftovers. So, Hatterene, Galarian Slowking. Can you take on a Cresselia and an Umbreon? Can you get in? Can you win? Umbreon is full health. Slowking is hurt. Cresselia is also hurt. So, we will have to see. Cresselia fires a Shadow Ball, but Slowking survives it. That is a Sludge Bomb. Cresselia shrugs it off. No poison. And Buck will be relieved by that for sure. Another Shadow Ball. That finally brings down the Slowking. And Buck will be breathing a huge sigh of relief there. The Hatterene comes out. I do not think it outspeeds here. Shadow Ball comes in. Hatterene goes down. That is the victory. That is one for Buck. Buck takes the victory. Avery takes the loss. A great exchange here. But ultimately, the man from Sinnoh comes out on top. Well, I'm almost breathless, folks. I'm almost speechless. Thank you very much for joining me here. As always, folks, this has been Once and Future Gamer, live from the Pokemon Master Showdown. See you next time.